God says, Archangel Michael is standing at the edge of your home right now, wings spread wide, the light of heaven flickering with an urgency that is not normal, his eyes fixed on you with such deep concern that even the air feels heavier than usual, because something you were never prepared to hear is about to break into your world like an unstoppable storm. It is not a rumor, it is not a distant possibility, it is not something you can ignore until tomorrow. This is a living truth that is on its way to your door, a truth that has been hidden for far too long, a truth that has been whispered about in the spiritual realm but never spoken aloud in your hearing until now. Archangel Michael says it is an emergency, not a suggestion, not a gentle nudge, but a divine alert that will change the very course of your understanding about the person who caused you the deepest pain, the one who moved in shadows, smiled in your face while wounding you in secret, the one who thought heaven would never expose them. The one who hurt you is about to be revealed, and the moment you know their name, everything will make sense in a way that will shake your heart. Michael says the message could not wait for another hour, because even now the chain of events that will deliver this news to you has already been set in motion. Somewhere, a conversation is happening about you. Someone's lips have finally started to tremble as they confess what they know. A phone call is being made, an email is being written, a sealed envelope is being dropped into the post, and inside it is the name. That name is the key to the locked door you've been staring at for years without knowing how to open it. Heaven has been watching the tears you cried in confusion, wondering why betrayal came from nowhere, why certain doors slammed shut in your life, why blessings seemed delayed, why trust was shattered without warning. You thought it was random. You thought it was life just being cruel. But Michael says, no, it was the hand of someone you know, a hand you once trusted, a hand that has been moving in darkness against you. And now, God has said enough. Heaven has issued the order to expose, to bring to light, to reveal what they thought they buried forever. Michael says the wind has already shifted in your favor, but this kind of truth does not land softly, it lands like thunder. That is why he is standing guard even now, because when the heartbreak of hearing it hits you, you must remember that God is not showing you to destroy you but to free you. Freedom sometimes begins with pain, because the chains that fall away were attached to wounds you didn't know you had. The one who hurt you, yes, the very one you defended, the one you thought could never do such a thing, their name will be placed before you. And when you see it, you will remember moments that now fit together like puzzle pieces, the times they avoided your eyes, the days they vanished without explanation, the sudden changes in their tone. Michael says those memories will rise to the surface, but along with them will come the undeniable confirmation that you were never imagining it. This heartbreaking news is not coming to crush you, it is coming to confirm you. It is coming to show you that heaven has been keeping receipts for every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer you whispered asking for clarity. God says you have asked, Lord, show me the truth, even if it hurts. And now he is doing exactly that. He says, brace yourself, my child, because the door of concealment is swinging wide open. The walls they built to hide their actions are crumbling in the presence of divine justice. The voice of heaven is louder than their lies, and the season of cover-ups is over. Michael says the urgency is because the enemy will try to twist this moment, to make you think it's your fault, to make you second-guess the signs, to make you cling to the false version of them that you loved. But the truth has power, and it will burn through every falsehood like fire through dry grass. You will know. You will see. And you will not be able to unknow it. God says, when the news comes, do not run from it, do not numb yourself to it, do not bury it under busyness. Stand in it. Let the truth stand in front of you like a mirror. Look at it, and you will see that you were never the one to blame. You will see the careful, hidden cruelty of someone who thought you would never find out. And you will feel the strength of heaven wrapping around you to keep you standing when your knees want to give way. Michael says, even now, the angelic messengers are positioning people in your path. Someone will call, someone will send a screenshot, someone will forward you a message they never meant for you to see. And in that moment, you will feel the shift. God says it is no accident that this is happening now. This is the season of divine exposure. This is the appointed time when every name that has been whispered in darkness will be declared in the light. The one who hurt you is about to be revealed, and their name will not come alone, it will come with the proof. Proof you can touch, proof you can see, proof you can hold in your hands. Heaven says the days of speculation are over. No more wondering, no more replaying the past to figure it out. You are about to receive a confirmation so undeniable that even your enemies will have to admit it. Michael says this is an emergency because the moment after you know, you will have a choice to make. Will you hold on to bitterness, or will you step into the freedom that truth brings? God says, I am not revealing this so you can live in anger, I am revealing it so you can walk in wisdom. From this day forward, you will not waste your love on those who mean you harm. From this day forward, your trust will be placed where it is safe. From this day forward, you will live as someone who knows the truth and walks in the light. The news is coming, faster than you think. The very air around you is trembling with it. Heaven is leaning in. Michael says, it is time to prepare your heart. Because when you hear that name, you will feel something inside you break, but in that breaking, the chains will fall. You will rise, not as someone shattered, but as someone sharpened by truth. God says, my child, you will not be alone when it comes. I will be there. Michael will be there. The angels will be there. And no matter how hard it is to hear, you will survive it. More than that, you will be set free by it. The one who hurt you is about to be revealed, and nothing in your life will ever be the same again. God says, my beloved child, even as you read these words, something in the spiritual atmosphere is already shifting. Archangel Michael has been stationed near you for days, but now he has stepped closer, closer than he has been in a long time, because the moment of unveiling is no longer far off. It is here. You can almost feel it, that pressure in the air, that strange stillness before a storm. The wind in the spirit is carrying whispers that have been locked away for too long. Michael says, it is an emergency because what you are about to discover will not just answer one question, it will answer many. There has been a name hidden from you, wrapped in shadows, kept in whispers and lies. That name belongs to the one who hurt you most deeply, the one who left invisible wounds on your soul. You thought you had moved on. You told yourself you had forgiven, even without knowing the full truth. But God says the chapter was never truly closed because you were never given the ending. They took the ending from you. They thought they had erased their tracks, silenced the witnesses, buried the evidence. But heaven does not lose track. Heaven writes every detail, every action, every thought. Heaven's record is perfect, and now the time has come to open the book. Michael says, the person who hurt you walked with you, smiled with you, shared conversations and possibly even moments of comfort, all while carrying a dagger in their heart aimed at you. Some of their actions were small, almost invisible at the time, but others were calculated moves meant to push you into places of loss, doubt, and fear. They may have even convinced others to turn against you, or planted seeds of mistrust so subtle that you didn't realize where the change in people's behavior toward you came from. God says, you prayed for answers many times, sometimes with tears soaking your pillow, sometimes with your voice barely above a whisper, saying, Lord, just let me know why this happened. Just let me understand. And I heard you, my child. I watched as you held on, not knowing the weight of what was hidden. And I knew the moment would come when I could reveal it without it destroying you completely. That moment is now. You are stronger now than you were then. You have been through battles that have made your spirit unshakable. This is why you can receive it now, because now you will use this truth as a key, not as a chain. Michael says the breaking point is close. Even now, in the physical realm, there are people who are preparing to speak. They are tired of holding the secret. The guilt has been building in them like water behind a dam, and now that dam is cracking. Someone will break silence. It might happen in an unexpected place, a casual conversation, a chance meeting, a message you didn't see coming. They might say it almost in passing, not realizing that the very syllables they speak are divine delivery. Heaven will use human lips to speak this truth into your life. And the moment it is spoken, the spiritual realm will erupt, because that will be the sound of a prison door swinging wide. God says, my child, do not fear what is coming. I know the word heartbreaking makes you want to recoil, to hide from it. But this heartbreak is the doorway to your liberation. This is the kind of heartbreak that breaks chains more than it breaks you. You will cry, but those tears will be holy tears, cleansing tears, the kind of tears that leave your eyes brighter when they are done falling. You will feel something heavy lift off you, the weight of unknowing, the fog of confusion, the lies that have lingered around you like smoke. Michael says, you must be ready. When the name comes, do not try to make excuses for them. Do not let the enemy plant thoughts like, maybe it wasn't that bad, or perhaps they didn't mean it. This is not the time for doubt. This is the time for clarity. Heaven is not revealing this to destroy relationships out of spite. Heaven is revealing this to protect you from relationships built on deception. God's love is a protective love, and part of that love is removing people who mean you harm, even if they wear the mask of friendship or family. Right now, there is movement in the unseen, letters being passed, documents being uncovered, memories being stirred in people's minds. You may notice certain people acting strange around you in the coming days, avoiding eye contact, changing the subject quickly. That is because their spirit knows the truth is about to rise. Those who participated in your pain will feel the ground shifting beneath them, because the light is coming for what they buried in the dark. God says, I am sending this to you now because when it arrives, it will arrive suddenly. You will not have hours to prepare, it will be like lightning. One moment you will not know, and the next moment you will know. You will never be able to unknow it again. And while the first wave may sting, the second wave will bring relief. Relief that you finally see it for what it was. Relief that the enemy is not as clever as they thought. Relief that I, your God, never left you in the dark forever. Michael says, pay attention to the details in the next few days. A certain phrase, a certain slip of the tongue, a certain look on someone's face, these will be signs. And when it happens, you will feel something in your spirit click into place. You will know, without anyone needing to convince you, that this is the truth. God says, my child, I will not let you fall apart when it comes. I will hold you. You will feel my presence so strongly that even in the shock, you will know you are not alone. And once the shock passes, you will feel a surge of strength like never before. You will see how I have been protecting you, how I have been arranging circumstances so that the harm they planned did not destroy you. The one who hurt you will no longer have the power of hiding. Their name will be known. And when you speak that name to yourself in the quiet of your heart, it will not be in fear, it will be in closure. Closure that allows you to walk forward without chains on your feet, without a shadow over your head. Michael says, you must not miss this moment. That is why I am here now, speaking through this message, urging you to open your eyes, to stay alert, to be ready to receive it. This is not a game. This is not a vague prophecy. This is real, and it is imminent. The clock is already ticking, and heaven is watching every second until the delivery is made. God says, "My child, I am doing this because I love you too much to let you keep living in the dark. You have carried enough unanswered questions. You have endured enough sleepless nights. This is your appointed time for truth, and truth will set you free, free from the hold of their lies, free from the web they wove around your life, free from the invisible chains that tied you to the pain they caused. You will breathe differently when this is over. You will think differently. You will walk differently. And no one will ever again be able to deceive you in the same way. The heartbreaking news is coming, but so is your breakthrough. The one who hurt you is about to be revealed, and when that moment comes, heaven will rejoice, not because of their fall, but because of your freedom. God says, "My child, even as these words reach your eyes, I see the flicker of your thoughts, the way your spirit leans forward, knowing something is close. This is not your imagination. The air around you is charged because a truth buried for too long is moving closer, pushed forward by my hand." Archangel Michael has not moved from his position outside your door, his sword drawn, the light from his armor spilling into the unseen corridors of your life, because what is coming will try to shake you, but heaven will not let you fall. The one who hurt you, the one who smiled in your face while speaking against you in secret, the one who had the audacity to weave lies into the very fabric of your relationships, is about to lose their covering. They will no longer be able to hide in the shadows of your uncertainty. The mask is slipping even now, and soon it will fall completely. You will see them as they are, not as they pretended to be. And when you see it, you will understand things you never could before, why certain doors in your life closed, why people treated you differently without explanation, why blessings were delayed. Michael says it is an emergency because the delivery of this truth is already in motion. The courier has been chosen, not by man, but by heaven. Someone in your circle, perhaps even on the edge of it, has been carrying this information, holding it back for reasons of fear, guilt, or misplaced loyalty. But that barrier is breaking. Their conscience is growing louder than their silence. They have been feeling the weight of holding what belongs to you, and heaven is pressing them to release it. The name, my child, the name you have longed to know, will pass their lips. And once spoken, it will never be able to be taken back. God says, "I am not sending this news to wound you but to heal you." Some healing requires exposure. You cannot heal from what you cannot see. For too long, the wound has been hidden beneath layers of confusion and misplaced trust. You tried to move on without clarity, but the wound never fully closed. That is why I am uncovering it now. It is time for the final closure. It is time to clean out what has been festering so that the new growth I have planned for you can flourish without hindrance. Michael says, the enemy will try to stop this from reaching you. They will stir distractions, create noise, try to make you doubt your own intuition. They may even try one last desperate act to appear innocent, to paint themselves as your friend or ally. Do not be deceived. The timing of sudden niceness, the unexpected offers to help, the strange coincidences, these are not random. These are moves designed to keep you from looking too closely. But I, the Lord, am clearing the fog. When the news comes, it will cut through every illusion like lightning through the night sky. Right now, the unseen realm is active on your behalf. Angels are moving like swift messengers, arranging encounters, orchestrating moments where the truth will surface. You may overhear something not meant for your ears. You may stumble upon a conversation, a document, a message, a photograph, and the moment you see it, the puzzle pieces will snap together in a way that leaves no room for doubt. God says, the first moment after you hear it, you may feel the weight of shock. It may hit like a blow to the chest. You might even feel anger rise up, not the destructive anger of vengeance, but the holy anger that comes from realizing how much was stolen from you under false pretenses. That feeling is not to harm you, my child, it is to fuel the rebuilding. In that moment, I will be with you. You will feel me like the steady hand of a father on your shoulder, holding you upright when your knees want to give way. Michael says, remember this, when the truth comes, it comes with freedom. Freedom does not always arrive wrapped in comfort, sometimes it bursts in with the force of a storm, clearing away everything that cannot remain. That is what is happening now. The storm is not against you, it is for you. It is blowing away the lies, scattering the seeds of deception, and making space for new beginnings rooted in truth. The one who hurt you thought they were clever. They thought their actions would be forgotten, their name never linked to the harm. But heaven saw. Heaven recorded. And heaven never forgets. My child, I saw the nights you questioned yourself, wondering if you were overreacting, wondering if you were imagining things. You were not. You were feeling the tremors of the truth buried beneath the surface. Even now, there is movement on their side. They are nervous without knowing why. They sense the walls closing in. People around them are beginning to act differently, hesitant to shield them the way they once did. The atmosphere is shifting. This is the work of my Spirit. The time for covering them is over. God says, do not harden your heart when you hear it, but do not allow your heart to be naive either. You must walk in wisdom. You must learn from this, for it is not only a revelation of the past, it is a lesson for the future. I am showing you patterns, so that no one will ever again weave this kind of deception around you. Michael says, the urgency is real because the moment of impact is close. It could be a conversation tomorrow. It could be a message waiting in your inbox right now, ready for you to open. It could be a knock at your door, a letter in your hand, a voice on the phone speaking words you never expected to hear. And when it happens, you will know. Deep in your spirit, you will know this is the truth you have been waiting for. God says, prepare yourself. Do not fear. Do not resist. Let the truth do its work. Let it set you free. For once the name is revealed, once the veil is lifted, you will step into a season of clarity so sharp, so pure, that nothing will ever again cloud your vision the same way. If you believe in God, type Amen. My beloved child, in this moment as your heart is quietly beating and you're reading these words, heaven is leaning close to whisper something so urgent, so divinely timed, that it cannot wait another second. God says, the wind is moving differently today because the truth that has been hidden for so long is finally on its way to your door. Archangel Michael has been standing guard, watching every shadow that tried to touch you, every whisper that tried to weaken you, every plot that thought it could succeed without heaven noticing. He now says it is an emergency, and I must tell you without delay, a heartbreaking news is coming to your home, not to destroy you, but to release you from the chains of a lie that has held you captive in your spirit for far too long. The one who hurt you, the one who wore a smile in your presence but carried sharp words in secret, is about to be revealed. Their name will be spoken out loud, not in quiet corners but in a way that leaves no room for denial. God says, you have waited, sometimes in pain, sometimes in confusion, wondering if the truth would ever come. You thought maybe you would have to live with questions forever, but heaven's calendar has marked this day differently. It is written, nothing hidden will remain hidden forever, and now the hour has come for what was concealed to come into the light. Archangel Michael has been restless in these last hours. He has paced the heavenly corridors, looking toward you with deep concern, because he knows that when the news reaches you, your emotions will shake. But he says, you must not fear. You must not think this is the enemy's victory. This is heaven's justice. This is the answer to prayers you thought God might have forgotten. Every tear you cried in silence was counted. Every night you fell asleep asking, "Why, Lord?" was written in His book. Today, those pages turn, and what they wrote against you will crumble like dust in the wind. You see, my child, the one who hurt you thought they could outsmart God's timing. They thought that by hiding their true nature behind kindness, they could keep you in a state of confusion forever. They believed they could plant seeds of doubt in your heart about yourself, about your worth, about your calling. But God was watching. The Almighty saw every action, heard every conversation you were not present for, and recorded every deceitful plan they made in the dark. And now, He says the time for silence is over. Archangel Michael's voice trembles not with fear, but with urgency. He is saying, "Child of God, you must be prepared, for this truth is coming to your home quickly." It might arrive in a phone call. It might be in a message that makes your heart skip a beat. It might even come from the lips of someone you did not expect to be the messenger. But it is certain, it will arrive. And when it does, the pieces of a puzzle you've been trying to solve for months, maybe years, will suddenly make sense. You will see why certain events unfolded the way they did. You will understand why some people's behavior shifted toward you without explanation. And most of all, you will feel the hand of God pulling you out of a pit you didn't even realize was so deep. The enemy will try, in that moment, to distract you. He will whisper thoughts like, "See, you were foolish to trust," or "This is the end for you." But you must remember, beloved, that this is not the end. This is the unfolding of a divine rescue. The heartbreak is not sent to destroy you, it is sent to cut the final rope that connected you to something toxic, something that could not go with you into the next season of your life. God says, "I have been with you in every moment you felt abandoned. I was there when you thought no one was defending you. My angels surrounded you even in rooms where your name was being spoken in dishonor. I have kept your destiny safe, and no human plot has been able to change it. This is why you are safe, my child. This is why nothing will go wrong with you even when the news arrives and tries to shake you. The Creator of the universe is already holding the outcome in His hand, and He will not let your story end in pain." Archangel Michael adds, "Do not retaliate when you hear the truth. Do not let anger rule your spirit. Stand still, and watch the salvation of your God. This is because the one who hurt you is already facing what they thought they could escape. Their actions have reached heaven's court, and the judgment has already been decided. It is not your job to punish them. It is your job to rise above, to let your faith declare that God fights for you better than you could ever fight for yourself. I see, in the Spirit, that this truth will actually set off a chain reaction in your life. It will remove not only this one harmful person but will also expose connections and hidden alliances that were working against you in silence. Some people you thought were for you will suddenly distance themselves, and though it may sting at first, you will realize it is part of God's cleansing. He is pruning your life so that what remains is pure, trustworthy, and filled with genuine love. My child, the path ahead after this news comes will be clearer than it has been in years. You will find yourself feeling lighter, as though a heavy weight has been lifted from your shoulders. You will sleep better. You will speak more boldly. And you will see doors opening for you that were previously locked, because those doors could not open while you were still tied to betrayal. This is not coincidence. This is divine strategy. God is not only exposing what hurt you, He is also making space for the blessings He has been preparing for you all along. Remember this, you are not alone in this moment. The same God who told Noah to build an ark before the rain fell is the same God warning you now before this news arrives. He prepares His children so they are never destroyed by what comes suddenly. You are safe in His plan. You are held in His arms. And every single detail of your life is known to Him. So when the truth arrives, take a deep breath and whisper, "God, I trust you." Because that simple act of trust will open heaven's floodgates of peace over your heart. You will not be shaken beyond repair. You will not be abandoned in the aftermath. You will rise, stronger than before, carrying a testimony that will help others who are still in the dark find their way to the light. God says this to you now, "My child, I am with you. Do not be afraid. I am turning this heartbreak into the key that will unlock your destiny. What they meant for evil, I am already transforming into good. Hold on to me, and you will see the victory with your own eyes." And Archangel Michael seals this word by standing beside you in the Spirit, his sword drawn, declaring, "No harm will overtake you." This is your time of release. This is your moment of truth. Heaven has spoken, and heaven will not fail you. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. And this is not the end, it is the beginning of the life God always wanted you to live. My beloved child, listen closely, because every single word that is flowing into your heart right now has been timed by heaven with precision. There are moments in life when God leans down from His throne, when the sound of angel wings can be felt in the air around you, and when the message is not just for your encouragement, but for your protection, your clarity, and your divine release. This is one of those moments. Heaven is not sending you this message by accident. It is arriving in the exact hour you were meant to receive it, because something is unfolding behind the scenes that cannot remain hidden any longer. God says, "My child, the season of confusion is ending. The days of wondering who is for you and who is against you are over. I am bringing the truth to your doorstep, not tomorrow, not someday, but now." Archangel Michael is not whispering today, he is declaring with a voice that shakes the air, "This is an emergency. You cannot ignore this. The truth is coming to your home. The one who hurt you, the one who wore a mask and smiled while planting pain in your life, is about to be revealed in full. You may feel your heart race when you hear this, but I tell you, do not fear. The truth is not coming to crush you, but to set you free. It is coming like the dawn after a long night, shining light into places that have been locked in shadow. And the moment this light touches your life, you will see things clearly, maybe for the first time in years. Archangel Michael has been walking beside you, unseen, through the darkest corridors of betrayal. He has seen the way you have doubted yourself because of what this person made you feel. He has heard the silent prayers that you whispered through tears, "God, please just show me the truth. I don't even care if it hurts, I just want to know." Those prayers have reached heaven's throne, and today they are being answered. But heaven also knows your heart, the compassion you carry, the love you have for people, even those who may not have deserved it. God knows that when this truth arrives, it will pierce you for a moment. That's why He sends this warning now, so that you are not caught off guard, so that when the news comes, you will remember, this is not the enemy winning, this is God delivering me. I see in the Spirit that this truth will not trickle in gently, it will arrive like a wave, sudden and undeniable. You will not have to go searching for it. It will come to you. It may come in a conversation you did not expect to have, a message that arrives without warning, or even a face-to-face encounter that reveals far more than words could ever say. However it comes, you will recognize it instantly, because deep in your soul you have already felt hints of it. This person, the one who hurt you, thought they could weave their lies tightly enough to hold forever. They believed that if they controlled the story, they could control your perception, your emotions, your decisions. They underestimated the one who calls himself the truth. God has been watching, not as a distant observer, but as a father who refuses to let his child be bound by deceit forever. Archangel Michael is showing me a vision, a great book in heaven's library, and on its pages are the records of every word, every action, every intention this person has ever carried toward you. There are pages where tears have fallen, where your pain has stained the paper, but over those stains is now written in bold letters, redeemed, set free, vindicated. That is what is happening now. This is your vindication season. My child, you need to understand that this revelation is not just about one person. This is about removing an entire network of influence from your life that has been draining you without your awareness. Once this truth comes out, other truths will follow. People connected to this person, people who pretended to care, will suddenly distance themselves from you. At first, you might feel a pang of hurt at their absence. But as days pass, you will realize it was a gift from God. Every single connection that falls away in this season is making room for something greater, something pure, something aligned with your destiny. When the news arrives, it may shake your emotions, but it will also unlock a door you have been standing in front of for too long. Behind that door are opportunities, blessings, relationships, and callings that could not enter your life while you were still tied to someone who worked against you in secret. This is why heaven says, "Do not cling to what I am removing." If God is cutting it away, it is because it cannot bless you in the future He has prepared. The enemy will not like what is about to happen. He will try to use this moment to push you into anger, retaliation, or despair. He will say, "See, this is why you should have never trusted anyone," or "You are better off closing your heart forever." But God says, "Do not let the actions of the unfaithful close the door to the faithful ones I am sending." This truth is not to harden you, but to heal you. It is to remove a thorn so that the wound can finally close. Archangel Michael is already standing at the gates of your life, sword drawn, ensuring that when this revelation arrives, it will harm nothing that belongs to your destiny. He says, Child of God, you will not lose anything heaven intends for you to keep. Only the counterfeit will be removed. The Spirit shows me something else. After this truth is revealed, there will be a silence, a pause, almost like the world holding its breath. In that pause, you will feel something powerful, peace. It will not be the kind of peace that comes from everything being perfect, but the kind of peace that comes from knowing the worst is over and the lies can no longer control you. God says, I am not just revealing the truth, I am restoring what was stolen while the truth was hidden. That means in the months ahead, you will see blessings you thought were gone forever suddenly reappear. Opportunities that slipped away will return in new form. Relationships that were strained because of falsehood will be mended, this time with stronger trust. And in the depths of your soul, you will find a new strength you did not know you had. You will be able to say, if I survived that, I can survive anything. And you will mean it. This is why you must trust now. Even before you know all the details, even before the full story reaches your ears, decide in your heart that you will trust God's hand in it. Because when the flood of truth comes, you will already be anchored. Archangel Michael's final word for now is this: do not delay your prayers in this moment. Cover yourself in the presence of God so that when the news arrives, it will find you clothed in strength and dignity. Speak life over yourself now. Declare that you are safe, you are loved, and you are not alone. Because heaven has already gone ahead of you, and the victory is already yours. The day is coming, soon, when you will look back at this message and realize it was not just words, it was a prophecy fulfilled in your life. And when that day comes, you will lift your hands and say, "Thank you, Lord, for not letting me stay in the dark. Thank you for loving me enough to bring me the truth, even when it hurt. Thank you for setting me free." My beloved, you are safe. You are protected. And you are about to step into a season where truth and freedom will walk with you every single day. Nothing will go wrong with you, for the God who spoke this message over you is the God who never fails. My beloved child, listen with your whole heart, for I am speaking to you now, and my voice carries the weight of the heavens. This is not a moment for delay, nor is it a time for hesitation. The wind that moves through your home right now carries with it a whisper from eternity, a divine urging that you must not overlook. I, the Lord your God, have seen everything that has been hidden from your eyes. I have seen the secret tears you have shed in the quiet places where no one could hear you, and I have seen the invisible wounds carved into your spirit by those who pretended to love you but secretly conspired against you. Archangel Michael stands beside me in this moment, his eyes like fire and his voice filled with urgency, for what I am about to tell you is a matter that heaven has decided cannot wait another hour. My child, there is news traveling toward you even now, a message that will shake the walls of your heart. The one who hurt you most, the one who thought they could hide behind shadows and deception, is about to be exposed completely. Their mask is slipping. Their lies are collapsing. Their name is already being written in the book of truth that cannot be erased. You may feel your spirit tremble at these words, but I tell you, be not afraid. I am your shield and your protector. Nothing shall overtake you except what I allow, and what I allow will work for your good. Even when it feels like a storm is approaching, remember that the storm obeys my voice. If I say, "Peace, be still," the waves will calm and the winds will bow. This is the same peace I am speaking over you now, even as Michael shouts that it is an emergency, even as the unseen forces move swiftly to bring the truth into your hands. My child, you have endured more than anyone knows. People have smiled to your face while stabbing you in the spirit when you turned away. You have been faithful, yet they rewarded you with betrayal. You gave kindness, and they gave you cruelty. You spoke truth, and they drowned you in lies. But I am the God who sees. I am the God who records every injustice, and I am the God who settles accounts in due time. That due time is now. Even now, the angelic host is in motion. Michael has drawn his sword, not of metal, but of pure heavenly fire, to cut away the veil that has kept you from seeing the full truth. You will soon know what was hidden. You will soon hear the confession of those who swore you would never know. You will soon see the face of the one who hurt you, not as they pretend to be, but as they truly are. Do not let fear grip you when the revelation comes. Do not be shaken when the news arrives at your door. For this is not the beginning of your destruction, it is the beginning of your vindication. I will make your enemies stumble in their own traps. I will cause their own words to be the rope that ties them. What they meant for harm, I will turn into a blessing so great that even you will be astonished. My child, you have asked me in prayer, Lord, when will this end? When will I be free? When will the truth come out? I have heard every prayer. I have collected every tear. And now I tell you, the waiting is over. The truth is coming. It will come in such a way that no one can deny it. Even those who doubted you will have no choice but to stand in silence when they see the proof that I place before you. Michael is telling me to warn you, guard your heart when you hear the name. For when I reveal it, it will be someone you once trusted. It will pierce you for a moment like a sharp arrow, but immediately I will wrap you in my presence so tightly that